all to this prestigious conference. I request Dr. S.M. Khoth, Reverend Father Peter, Dr. Shashikant Patil, Dr. R.K. Shevgaonkar, Dr. Sameer Nanevadekar, Dr. Mini Rajiv, Dr. Pranali Chaudhary to kindly take their seats on the dais. The sixth Biennial International Conference on Nascent Technologies in Engineering, that is ICNTE 2026, is being organized at Agnel Charities Father C. Rodrigues Institute of Technology, Vashi, Navi Mumbai, India. The previous editions of ICNT were technically co-sponsored by IEEE, with select conferences also supported by IEEE IAS, and the accepted research papers were published in IEEE Explore, a Scopus Index digital library. ICNT 2026 aims to provide a distinguished platform for researchers and academicians to deliberate on emerging and nascent technologies across the domains of mechanical, electronics and telecommunication, electrical, computer engineering, information technology, humanities, and basic sciences. To acknowledge excellence in research, the Institute has instituted the Best Paper Award in each track and Best Poster Award in each track, which is open to all the participants. Talking about our college, Agnel Charities Father C. Rodrigues Institute of Technology, Vashi, established in 1994 in the heart of Navi Mumbai as a part of the Agnel Technical Education Complex. It is a premier technical institution committed to imparting quality, value based education. The Institute offers a vibrant academic support by a well maintained campus, modern facilities, an incubation center, that is SIBA, and an innovation and product development center with industry grade infrastructure. The institute has been granted autonomous status by the UGC from the academic year 24-25 and offers 5 undergraduate and 2 postgraduate engineering programs. It is also a Mumbai University approved research center in mechanical, electronics and telecommunication and electrical engineering. We have been accorded the religious minority status, and all the programs are accredited by the NBA, and the institute is accredited by NAC. Talking about this conference, we received 346 papers, both national and international, of which 180 papers were accepted across 12 tracks after a blind peer review. And each paper has been reviewed by 3 reviewers. 21 participants registered for presenting the papers. We also have the poster presentation competition of UG students along with the conference, for which we have accepted 30 posters. To formally welcome and express our sincere gratitude to our esteemed dignitaries, we shall present them with a sapling symbolizing growth and sustainability. May I respectfully announce the presentation of the sapling. Can we have a huge round of applause? May I respectfully announce the presentation of sapling to our guest of honor, Dr. Shashikant Patil, IEEE Maharashtra Section Advisor and License. May I respectfully announce the presentation of the sapling to the guest of honor, Dr. Sameer Nanivadekar, Interim Chair, IEEE, Maharashtra Section. Now we extend a warm welcome to Karthik Iyer, CEO, ELCA Lab, with the presentation of a sapling. Let's have a huge round of applause for Sir, Mr. Karthik Iyer, CEO, ELCA Lab. We extend a warm welcome to N. Kanagasabai, Chairman, IIW India, Mumbai, with a presentation of a sapling. Let's have a huge round of applause for Sir. We extend a warm welcome to Mr. Girish Jadhav, RSM, Fronius India Private Limited, with a presentation of a sapling. Let's have a huge round of applause for Sir. We extend a warm welcome to Mr. R.K. Jain, BRC Delegate, with a presentation of sapling. Let's have a huge round of applause for Sir. Thank you to all the esteemed dignitaries for your gracious presence and valuable support. We shall now proceed with the traditional lighting of the lamp, seeking divine blessings for the successful commencement of this conference. The lighting of the lamp signifies knowledge, wisdom, and the dispelling of ignorance. May I kindly request our esteemed dignitaries to come forward for the lighting of the lamp. या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डवन्दितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसार परमा आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणापुस्तकधारिणीमभयदां जाड्यान्धकारापहाम् हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिका विदधति पद्मासने संस्थिता वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीम्. Thank you, esteemed dignitaries. May this auspicious light guide our thoughts, inspire meaningful deliberations, and lead to a successful and enriching conference. I now take this opportunity to introduce our respected principal, Dr. S.M. Koth. Dr. S.M. Koth has been associated with Father C. Rodrigues Institute of Technology, Vashi, for over 2 decades. providing exemplary leadership and guidance through his visionary ideas, constant support, and valuable feedback, thereby fostering a strong sense of unity within the FCRIT family. I now have the honor of inviting Dr. S.M. Koth, Principal, Father C. Rodrigues Institute of Technology, Vashi, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
Good morning, dignitaries on the dais, dear participants, and my faculty fellow members, non-teaching staff also. The institute, as she said, started long back, 93, 94. 27 batches are already graduated, around 10,000 students graduated, and almost now 20 students will be completing the PhD. We have different schedule shortly, few. With this particular background, I would like to share some important aspect of institute and then come back. Our institute culture from the beginning is more on rigor, academic rigor. And one thing I would like to highlight, sir knows very well, the few of our faculty members graduated from IIT, either MTech or PhD, and little that culture is now transferred to the institute. I'm happy to share that the rigor in academics, the way we maintain and manage, I think many institutes won't follow. And because of that, I think we are famous among particularly uh, faculty members of IIT and research institute like BRC and all. Many of their children studied from our institute and they're doing very well. And roughly, whether it is good or something else, I don't know, but around 10 years down the line, if I take almost more than 50% students are settled in foreign countries and they're doing very well in those particular countries. That's a good part as of now because revenue generation is also and technology transfer that automatically happens. Now, what we are doing, as I was discussing with Sir Shegavkar sir morning, I think after a long period in Indian context, because of startup culture, government initiatives, and the research and technology development, product development is largely taking place. Maybe in due course of time, all educational institutes also become research institutes, and they may be collaborating with industry for delivering either technology or prototype, and commercialization is maybe more accelerated. I think to do that, we are also taking a leading step and building infrastructure required for that kind of activities so that industry can trust, believe us, and come to the campus. That was a basic idea. So with this, we are maintaining. And one more thing, I think we are doing in academic institute, even in our regular teaching, our autonomy model is little different. We are coming out very categorically in terms of what outcome based content development and integrated in the curriculum itself. That focuses mainly on approach of teaching that particular course, and students needs to know what things to be learned, and their assessment also will be done in the same manner. This is something little different features of our institute as compared to other, not only in Mumbai, many other places also. I didn't come across this kind of curriculum integrated approach in many institutes. So maybe my faculty members are taking efforts. So they are doing a good work. I think maybe more refinement may come, wherein the industry requirements can be taken into consideration while defining the learning outcomes, and that may happen in the course of time. With that, I come to the conference. Sir, Dr. Segavkar, sir, I welcome on behalf of my institute and management and entire faculty fraternity. You are known figure for us for many years, so we'll be happy to have you many times. Now coming to Shashikant sir and Samir. Samir is known to me long. from long time. I think now they are representing IEEE Maharashtra section here. So I formally welcome both of them to our campus and institute on behalf of me, institute and management and my entire faculty fraternity. So I also welcome sir from BRC and all our sponsors for this conference and dear participants. So conference normally meant for interaction, but nowadays different trends being set because of what convenience and technology. Many people are thinking about online mode, but believe me, when you go physically, you interact. Not only you present your paper, but you interact with other delegates and come to know many things what are happening across India or globe. I think in that sense, physically attending conferences and interacting with other participants, other side of our country, is essential. So at least we can come on one page, discuss, and maybe think about futuristic activities, maybe in collaboration, maybe independently. Believe me, that helped me because I traveled across India either for attending FDP or conferences from many years. So that may help you all. I think all needs to think on that particular point because technology will help you, but in online mode, you know all. And particularly during Corona period, we all come across what typical problems we face and whether effectively can be managed for mass education person. Those who are interested, they can do. But in our country, education is different. Even primary or even higher education also in the same manner, except 20-25% of students, those who are actually motivated themselves and they can do their own. But remaining majority of students, they need push and they come in the system, they learn many things, and that is how development take place. With this, I once again welcome all the uh, guests here and conclude my speech. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for highlighting the academic prowess of our institute, catering to the research and industry standard, also for setting a meaningful tone for the conference through your welcome address. I now take this opportunity to invite Reverend Father Peter D'Souza, Managing Director, Agnel Technical Education Complex. Reverend Father Peter's visionary leadership, unwavering commitment to value based education, and guidance has been instrumental in shaping academic excellence and holistic development across the Agnel institutions. May I respectfully invite Reverend Father Peter D'Souza to address the gathering.
Very good morning to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, and my dear friends. Dr. Koth has done what was required of inviting all of you. It is my honor to inaugurate the sixth edition of the International Conference on New Trends in Engineering, that is ICNTE. This biennial event, which is held every 2 years, unites innovative minds worldwide to push the boundaries of engineering and inspire positive change. We are gathered. Why are these gatherings like ICNT essential or needed? In our rapidly changing world, they create spaces for sharing ideas, debating solutions, and building collaborations. They connect academia with industry, highlighting breakthroughs in fields like AI, robotics, and green technologies. These conferences spark creativity, encourage in interdisciplinary approaches, and turn challenges into opportunities. Without them, progress would be slow, and we would miss chances to address pressing global issues together. For all participants, ICNTE offers inspiration, networking, and tools to drive meaningful impact. Central to this event is the vital role of sustainable development. Engineering must prioritize sustainability to build a thriving future. Sustainable development means innovating in ways that balance human needs with environmental health, ensuring resources for generations ahead. Consider renewable energy, solar and wind power cut emissions, combat change and create jobs. Efficient system for water conservation fights scarcity while biodegradable materials reduce waste and pollution. In urban planning, sustainable designs promote green cities with lower energy use and better air quality. Events like ICNTE amplify these ideas, urging us to integrate eco friendly practices into every trend. By focusing on sustainability, we tackle crises like biodiversity loss and resource depletion head on. Imagine a world where engineering heals the planet. This isn't just idealistic, it's achievable through shared knowledge and action. I am optimistic about our path forward. The enthusiasm here promises breakthroughs that will shape a sustainable tomorrow. Let us collaborate with purpose, embracing ideas that protect our world while advancing humanly. I thank you for being over here, and let's make this conference a catalyst for lasting change. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Reverend Father Peter, for your thoughtful words and emphasizing the need of sustainability to create a plethora of opportunities in technology to heal the planet. We now come to one of the most integral moments of our inaugural function, the release of the ICNT 2026 souvenir, which reflects the scholarly contributions and collective efforts associated with the conference. May I request Dr. Archana Shirke, Chair, Dr. Vishal, Co-Chair, IEEE Correspondence and Publication, to kindly accompany the dignitaries to the dais for the release of the souvenir. May I also request our esteemed dignitaries to kindly proceed with the release of the souvenir. Let's have a huge round of applause. Thank you, dignitaries, for the release of the ICNT souvenir. I now have the honor of introducing our guest of honor, Dr. Shashikant Patil. Dr. Shashikant Patil is a senior director and professor at Atlas Skilltech University with over 28 years of experience in academia. He holds a PhD in engineering and is recognized as a senior member of both IEEE and ACM, along with fellow of IET UK, IETE India, IEI in India, ISDS Japan, IBE India. His research focuses primarily on signal processing, imaging, and AI ML, resulting in more than 103 publications in international journals and conferences. Dr. Patel previously served as department head at NMIMS Shirpur, where he established the 5 Bosch Rexroth Center of Excellence in Automation Technology. He served as Vice President of the IEEE RFID Council and Chair of IEEE Bombay Section ComSoc chapter. Throughout his career, he has reviewed over 5,000 plus technical articles and maintains editorial positions on numerous scientific journals. He is advisor for IEEE Maharashtra section and appointed as IEEE Computer Society Distinguished Visitor Class 2025 and Distinguished Contributor Class 2024. It is an honor to have him with us today, and we are confident that his insights and experience will greatly enrich the deliberations of this conference. May I respectfully invite Dr. Shashikant Patil, our guest of honor, to kindly address the gathering. Can we have a huge applause for sir?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for a nice introduction. But at the end of the day, I am average volunteer of IEEE and average teacher, Indian teacher. Um, Respected dignitaries on the dais, Honorable Shavgaonkar sir, who is our inspiration as an electronics engineer, Honorable Father Peter D'Souza sir, Honorable Principal S.N. Khoth sir, conference chair Mini ma'am, as well as Chaudhary ma'am, and my colleague and best friend Dr. Samir sir, who is interim chair of IEEE Maharashtra section, all the fellow friends, all the students, and all the participants. It's a I feel privileged and blessed to share a dais with our guru, Dr. Shavgakar sir. It's like a dream for us as a average teacher or average volunteer, and credit goes to IEEE because me and Samir sir, we belong to IEEE last 16 years. So that is the best part of IEEE. You can get a chance to share a dais with stalwarts and renowned academicians. Now we'll come to IEEE. IEEE is the when we say IEEE itself is like a sip naam hi kafi hai. When we say IEEE, so it is one of the benchmark. Like in India, we have Tata. Like in professional bodies, if you say IEEE, that is the benchmark, that is the hallmark for all the professional bodies. All the standards, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, WiMAX, all these are coming from IEEE only. So let me introduce IEEE in a brief. IEEE is having 39 societies. You name the society, uh, IEEE is having that. Societies also there. There are councils, Biometric Council, Nanotechnology Council, RFID Council. Then there are affinity groups. IEEE works for women empowerment also. So women in engineering is also there a wing, which is an affinity group. IEEE works for social causes, noble causes. For that side group is there. IEEE is also having consultant network group. Besides that, IEEE is having young professionals. And let me tell you, we Indians, we are dominating IEEE. Not only in softwares, but we are also dominating IEEE at regional level, national level, and global level. So if you see our footmark on global IEEE, Indians are dominating everywhere. Let it be a region 1, region 2, or let it be India or region 11. We Indians are at the top everywhere. And IEEE is having more than 5 lakh members. And let me tell you, student share. We are the number one in student membership across the globe. IEEE is having 10 regions, and maybe after 1 or 2 years, it will be region 11. And we come under the region 10. In India, we have 15 sections and one India Council is there. And as far as IEEE Bombay section is considered, IEEE Bombay section is a parent for many sections. Now it is a IEEE Maharashtra section. IEEE Bombay section is dissolved. IEEE is, Hyderabad was also part of IEEE. Then Gujarat was part of IEEE. Madhya Pradesh was part of IEEE. IEEE Pune city is part of IEEE. IEEE Bombay section. So, as far as section is concerned, we have a legacy of 50 years. And to get the IEEE conference, it's like a miracle. You ask Mini ma'am, Pranali ma'am, how much efforts they have taken to get the IEEE conference. Getting IEEE conference is like what we can say one kind of recognition. And I guess this is the fifth or sixth edition, ma'am. And to continue the sixth edition, so it's like a one kind of recognition to get sixth edition, that too with IEEE. There are many conferences going on. I'm not discouraging Springer and others, but when you say IEEE, IEEE maintains standards and all the norms. And it takes only 2 months, 3 months. Once it comes in Explore, it takes 2 to 3 months to come in Scopus. And IEEE is also known for a code of ethics. And all the papers which are reviewed, also after submission also they are reviewed, and some of the papers may be rejected. So that is the, like we can say, gold standard in publication is IEEE. Out of 10 journals or 10 reputed journals, 8 to 9 journals are from IEEE. So that is the best part of IEEE. But and I would like to request you all should, whether you're a professional member, whether you're a faculty or whether you're a student, you should participate in IEEE. There are ample opportunities. There are n number of opportunities. There are 39 societies. It is up to us how to explore to the next level. There are n number of leadership opportunities. There are n number of research opportunities. There are n number of social contribution opportunities. It is up to us how we can go ahead. And I would like to congratulate the institute to get the sixth edition, as well as only 127 papers are accepted and presented. That shows or that portrays the quality of the conference. And as far as Father Agnel is concerned, it is the top 5 institute in Mumbai. So that is also one kind of recognition to have IEEE conference, that too in a reputed organization like Father Agnel. It's like those who are those who have those who are participating, publishing, or presenting here. I would like to congratulate from the core of my heart, because getting publication requires also a huge effort. At least it takes 6 to 9 months to get published in Scopus and IEEE. So with this, I would like to thank you all of you. Thank you, sir, ma'am, and everyone to give me opportunity and share the words. On behalf of Maharashtra section, I would like to thank you everyone. And last 2 to 3 years, without accounts, we have conducted many conferences. We have helped conference organizers how to organize conference, how to submit the conference, how to get it published. Along with, we have established 7 local groups, several student branches, student chapters. So I would like to urge from this platform, come along with IEEE. The please contribute to the betterment of the society, as IEEE's mission is betterment of society through technological advancement, and that too, technology should reach to the last person of the society. You name the field. IEEE is having one unit or one council or one affinity group which contributes to all these initiatives. Even sustainability IEEE is contributing. So it's not like we should not distance ourselves from IEEE. If you want to contribute socially, nobly, there are opportunities are available. And if you want to contribute to the research, everybody knows IEEE is known for research only. With this, thank you everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for giving us a brief view of IEEE and guiding us to the opportunities available with IEEE. Thank you also, sir, for your wonderful compliments regarding our institution. We shall now continue with the inaugural proceedings with a keynote address by our chief guest, which will further enrich the theme and objective of this conference. I have the honor of introducing Dr. R.K. Shevankar. Sir has been an active member in electromagnetics, optical communication, image processing, antennas, microwaves, radio astronomy, etc. He has extensively published in international journals and conferences and published with McGraw-Hill Education a textbook, namely Electromagnetic Waves, and a monograph on transmission lines for electrical engineers. He is a pioneer in e-learning initiative in India. He has occupied several leadership positions like the director of IIT Delhi, vice chancellor of University of Pune, vice chancellor of Bennett University, provost, Somaya Vidya Vihar, and deputy director, dean resource mobilization, dean student affairs, head department of electrical engineering, founder, head of Center of Distance Engineering Education Program, etc. at IIT Bombay. He is a life fellow of IEEE and a fellow of Indian National Academy of Engineering, National Academy of Science, India, Institution of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers, Optical Society of India, Institution of Engineers, Maharashtra Academy of Sciences, and member of the International Astronomical Union. He is a recipient of IEEE William E. Siley Award for his achievements in engineering education, IEEE Undergraduate Teaching Award for his inspirational teaching, S.N. Mitra Memorial Award of Indian National Academy of Engineering for his contribution to electromagnetics, antennas, and radio astronomy. Jeevan Sadhana Gaurav Puraskar of Savitribai Phule Pune University for Educational Leadership, Ramlal Wadhwa Award of IETE for his outstanding contribution to optical communication, B.S. Vick Award in ICT, and the Excellence in Teaching Award for IIT Bombay. He has also received the Education Leadership Award from Headlines Today and Devang Mehta Educational Excellence Award. It is indeed a privilege to have such a distinguished personality with us today. May I respectfully invite Dr. R.K. Shivvankar, our chief guest, to kindly deliver the keynote address. Can we have a huge round of applause for sir?
Reverend Father Peter D'Souza, who has just left for a short while, Principal Dr. Koth, Dr. Shashikant Desai, Shashikant Patil, Nani Wadekar, the chair for IEEE Maharashtra section, Dr. Mini Rajiv, organizer, chair of the conference, and Dr. Pranali, other distinguished people in the audience. It is indeed a pleasure and honor to be here for the inaugural function of this conference, ICNTE. My association with this college is for many years. Long back, I used to come more often for faculty selection, many times for the vivas, examinations, and many other things. My association is very long. It is always a delight to come back to this college because I know many people here. I see some people whom I know very well. Dr. Singh is here, who is, I think, in advisory capacity to the college. Dr. Megha Kolekar, who I've been knowing for many, many years. She used to come to IIT Bombay. So it is always a delight to see people here. Dr. Koth already mentioned about the conference. What is the purpose of a conference? And I will add some more, little more glamour to that. So the conference is something, of course, for exchange of ideas. We all know that when we meet. But more than that, I feel conference is for meeting people. You already seen the ideas. You have read the papers of the people. You know that these are great people who are working in certain areas and fields, but you have never seen them in flesh and blood. Conference is an opportunity to really meet and interact with the people. And we all know that a text carries some meaning, an image carries million times more meaning than a text. And meeting somebody in person has million times more effect than seeing a photograph of a person. We all see ABC on our TV every evening. But if suppose Amitabh Bachchan comes here someday, then what the effect would be?
That is something, that's what we should get from the conference. So when we meet people, we have a lot of impact on the people, and we learn so many things in a very short time from these people who have very profound personalities. So that is the purpose of the conference. And I'm sure, especially the younger generation, really will make good use of this for meeting people whom they know through their work, but they never met them in person. Coming to this topic, which is sustainability or sustainable technology, that's what Dr. Mini told me to talk about. This conference has been there for last six conferences, that been more than 10 years. So firstly, I must congratulate that this conference is sustained. Because people organize the conference, one conference, two conferences, and after that, the inertia goes, and the conference is never sustained. If somebody has sustained for 12 years, I think it is a great achievement. So hearty congratulations to people who started this conference and are sustaining that, which is very nice. When we talk about sustainability is important. Actually, this sustainability word was never talked about when I was a student. When I was an engineering student, why? Because people always thought natural resources are almost infinite. We never have to worry about natural resources. Our sun, our earth is there, and so many natural resources are there. Nobody even talked about. But today, the time has come when the sustainability becomes a very important aspect of, particularly for the engineering education. In fact, about 15 years back, I received an invitation from United States, from one of the universities, to come in and give a talk on preparing for 22nd century. This was, I am talking about 2011. So I thought there was a mistake, typing mistake. They're writing 22nd century, we are in for 21st century only. So I wrote back to them, do you mean 21st century? They said, no, we mean 22nd century. Why? Because if you have to really do something for 22nd century and survive, we have to prepare from now. Then only we can go into 22nd century. That's the vision which is required. And why that vision is required? Because of sustainability issues which are there. So all we have to worry about sustainability, and I'm going to highlight some of the aspects of sustainability, what sustainability really means, right? How will we really proceed, and so on and so on. So let us start with something from the basics of engineering. The engineering, what? Engineering is basically application of science for the betterment of human life. That is the definition of engineering. Whatever we do in engineering, in some way, it should improve the quality of human life. Engineers also have to be innovative. They have to make the devices which are innovative devices. But again, the focus is for betterment of human life. And that's what always the objective is. And technology actually is an offshoot of engineering. For a particular engineering aspect, you may have many technologies which will come and really start playing the role. So when we talk about engineering, the human betterment is the focus of engineering. It should always remain that way. Some important observation you can make about engineering, and that is the engineering or the technology and the society, they adapt to each other. Engineers and technologists always solve the problems which are the contemporary problems. Scientists solve the problem, blue sky problems. Many times scientists work on something, you ask them what is the application. They say we don't know. It looks interesting, you work on that. Engineer cannot work with that. You cannot say because I just find something interesting, I'm doing it. He has to justify why he is doing that, because it should get deployed somewhere in the society. It should do betterment of the society. So engineers have to actually guide the society and the way the technology is coming into our societal life. The life is completely rapidly changing because of the technical innovations and the dominance of the technology which is coming in our day-to-day life. So society is guided by technology and technology is guided by society. It's a sort of interlinked problem which essentially we are having. Last 100 years, if you really look at it, the technology and engineering have been going on a roller coaster. If you ask today, the technology lifespan is only about few years. And few years, the technology becomes upside down. You become obsolete. So many times I even say jokingly to the undergraduate students that your technology lifetime is only about 4 years, What is taught you in the college becomes obsolete the day you graduate. That's what happens. So we should give you a degree certificate in one hand and obsolescence certificate in another hand. That's what we should do. But that's what the reality is. The technology is changing that rapidly, and society has to adapt each other. Yeah, the technology. Now, though the engineering started earlier, which earlier people used to call it applied science, not engineering. Engineering word came only about 100 years back. Before that, engineering word was not there. It was applied science. Basically, the objective was that human needs should dictate what engineers should provide. So engineers actually were working as per the requirement of the society or the human being. That's what was happening. After industrialization, and particularly in last about 50, 60 years, this focus is changed. The engineering has become now more business. What it means? It means society is not demanding. Engineers are convincing society that that's what you want, and they sell you that. It becomes a business. And once it becomes a business, all the other aspects of the society, of the engineering, essentially got the backseat. What was the other aspect? The ethical values, the principles of society, right? Sustainability. All those issues actually were compromised. And nobody even worried about it, talked about it, because engineering was the focus and the business was driving the whole thing. That's what is happening. It was business centric. That's what the model essentially which came in. However, what happened is because of this undermining the importance of other aspects, it put tremendous pressure on the natural resources. Imagine 100 years back, nobody even knew automobile. Nobody knew cars. Today, we are talking about the fuel or the petrol is completely over. By the end of this century, there will be no petrol under the earth. There will not be coal under the earth. Right? Why it has happened? Because you have started taking the natural resources at an unprecedented rate without worrying about how we are going to replenish it. We are not going to replenish it. So the petrol which was generated under the surface of the earth for millions of years, we consumed in 100 years. Can this continue? Certainly it cannot continue. The coal will not be there. Petrol will not be there. So energy will be a big problem which is going to come, right, for the years to come. So time has come now where we have to ask these questions. Are these natural resources which are provided to us by nature, are they perpetually sustainable? Right? So let me give you some statistical data. By the end of this century, the population of the earth is going to increase by 50%. Today we are having about 7 billion people in the world, which is going to stabilize by the end of this to about 10 billion, 10 to 11 billion. That's what the predictions are. That's what the society will stabilize. Energy requirement on the earth will be increased by 100%. We require almost double the energy which was there. Electricity requirement will go 300% in the years to come. The natural resources at the same time are going to be depleted by 80 to 90%. You will be left only 20% natural resources. The food requirement will go by 100%, and the water stress population will increase by 200%. That is the UN data. So what UN is saying, the development model which you have taken, is that model really sustainable? Can we really go with that model perpetual? So if I go the developmental model today, the way we are consuming the resources, if we really do that, we require 4 resources of 4 earths to make that model sustainable. Certainly we don't have 4 earths, we have only 1 earth. That means here's the time now to think about how do we really orient ourselves so that we become sustainable. That's what I think. So the model which is there for engineering, which is the business-centric model, which is profit-oriented model, that should include some other aspects also into your engineering design. So I feel there are 4 pillars which you require for technology to become sustainable. And normally when we talk about engineering, we focus only on one pillar. That is the quality and technical excellence. When we design a product, how many times you teach the students that your product is great, but is it going to sustain? We never ask this question. If the product is great technically, you say this is a great product. So one aspect is the technology is the excellence and the quality. That is the one pillar of your technology. Second pillar is the ethics. Any technology you take, technology is a double-edged sword. How to use it, that is in your hand. So who will decide whether technology is used for what? Unless you train the people, unless you tell the people, this ethics will not get integrated into the system. So it should be there. जैसे हिंदी में एक पुराना पुराना गाना है, गला किसका कटा क्यों कर कटा तलवार क्या जाने, which is the truth. So technology is like that. Whether it is used for creating atom bombs, whether you are creating a drone for creating massive attacks, or you are creating drone for any productive work, technology doesn't care. Technology is technology. So ethics has to be integrated into technology. So second pillar for a sustainability is ethics. It should become. Third thing is, even if the product is ethically good, even if product is technologically excellent, is it equitable? Has it gone to the entire society, or it is restricted to only some set of people? In that context, I remember a quote by somebody, which is very interesting quote. He said 80% of the people in this world are busy in solving problems of 20% people of the world who actually don't have any problem. That's what the reality is. You mean to look at what technology development we are doing, what our focus is? United States, Europe, because they want this product there. But what is their population total? Hardly about 15% of the world. 15% of the world's population lives in India. Should we work for that? So, the equity is an important aspect of sustainability. Because if the society is not equitable, it will never become sustainable. Right? There will be always problems, and you see today what is happening in the world is all because of the non-equitable distribution. Certain people are holding power and resources, and that's why other people are feeling deprived, and then they agitate, and essentially they start demanding. So the equity is another important. And the fourth pillar is the environment. How do we technologically preserve the environment? And the environment always doesn't mean the geographical or the materialistic environment. Social environment also is a part of that. So, whenever we talk about sustainability, we should talk about all these four pillars together. The technology, which is excellence or quality. Second one is ethics. The third one is the equity. And the fourth one is the environment. So, 4 E's, to remember, all engineering people should remember that they have to work with these 4 E's if you wanted to make the things which is sustainable. So, what is sustainable? If I want to define sustainability, what is sustainability? The way it is defined is meet present needs without harming future generations. So, what are we doing today? Do we have certain freedoms? Is the future generation going to work with the same kind of freedom, or are they going to be restricted? If they are going to be restricted, then that is not a sustainability. So every generation which is going to come in future, they should have the same liberty as we are having today. And if that happens, then we call the things are sustainable things. So the balances of environment, social and economic goals, that is an integral part of a sustainable technology or sustainable development. So it should have a long-term impact. We cannot see today in terms of only few years, 10 years, 20 years. You have to see for 50 years, 100 years, how this technology is going to impact, how the society is going to evolve. So we have to really look for that. There are certain guiding principles which are there when we talk about sustainable society. And interestingly, we look at the three pillars which are there into a sustainability. They don't fall in the regime of engineering. They are found by somebody else. What is the engineer's job? Engineer's job is to solve the problem. Engineers are trained for solving problems. You give them the problem, you will solve the problem, right? By any means. But what problem is to be solved, that engineers never ask. They are not supposed to ask. They are supposed to solve the problem which is given to them. Who asks the problems? Who creates the problem? They create. Non-engineers are the one who are part of society. They create the problem. They tell you this is a problem to be solved. There is a shortage of water here. This is not an engineering problem. This is a social problem. There is no water. How do we solve this problem there? So the right question which are to be asked, they are to be asked by people who are non-engineers. What that means is, whenever we talk about engineering development, non-engineers have to be actively involved in the design of the engineering. They will ask you the question, ethical questions. They will ask you the environmental questions. Unless you make them integral part of your technology development, the technology will take you in certain direction, right? And business will always dominate. So you have to ask the right question. So if you wanted to ask the question on environmental side, you ask, does it reduce the impact of the natural resources, whatever I am doing? That question has to be asked. If that question comes that I am going to go above the baseline or whatever I am using today, I am going to use more resources in the years to come. That is not a technology we should really pursue. We should not go for that. Social and ethical questions. Does it benefit society fairly? Who, or the question one can ask is, who is excluded by this technology? If somebody is excluded, if a large fraction of society is excluded, that is not a sustainable technology, right? Because equity is something which is very important. Third one is the economic one. Can the technology survive? That means when the new technology comes, there are subsidies which are given by the government so the technology flourishes. Can such technology stand on its own feet indefinitely? If that happens, then it is sustainable technology. Because you cannot get a subsidy for all the time. So you require the economic yardstick for that. Life cycle. After the technology's purpose is over, its life is over, what happens to that product? What happens to the technology? Is it a liability? Is it circulable? Can it go into the natural, again, recirculation? If it is not, then certain technologies which look very attractive are not sustainable technology. Then we talk about scalability because we are talking about equity, that means we are looking for something which is large in number, entire world has to be benefited by that. Resilience in difficult conditions, the technology should survive because we don't know how the things are going to change in the years to come. Things are very unpredictable. And the ethics and governance, which I already mentioned. These are some of the aspects or some of the questions we should ask whenever a new technology is deployed or created. To make the thing which is sustainable. So I'm going to give you certain examples that few technologies are very silent technologies, but they are sustainable technologies. And some technologies which look very jazzy technologies, but may not be able to sustain in long run. One of the technology which I find, and of course my subject, but not because of my subject, is the optical fiber communication. Why optical fiber communication is sustainable technology? You ask from the power point of view. The optical communication uses the power per bit of transmission, which is 4 orders of magnitude less than electrical means. We are talking about picojoules kind of energy which is transmitted when we talk about optical communication. The electrical is over 10,000 times more electrical energy which will require. So it is a power efficient system which is there. Lifetime of optical fiber is almost 30 to 40 years. That means you are not going to replace it. Technology is not going to be replaced very quickly. Right? It is going to stay for a very long time. The raw material which is used for optical fiber is the cheapest material you can think on earth, which is sand. There is nothing else which is required for creating optical fiber. And by doing this, essentially what optical fiber did is it transformed the society into a sustainable. So it is not directly, if you look at the parameters of optical fiber, is it sustainable? Yes, it is sustainable, but it has created something else which made society further sustainable. So you remember the Nobel Prize which came to optical fibers, that came in 2007 or something, 2007 or 8. When was the optical fiber invented? In 1960s. What required 50 years to recognize that the person should be given Nobel Prize? Because when the fiber was created, they thought, okay, instead of wire, there is an optical fiber you are putting. What a big deal. There is another channel which you have created there. It is after when the internet came. Then they realized the kind of bandwidth which you require and the data which is going to flow and the images which are going to flow, no other medium can sustain that. No other medium can transmit that except optical fiber. So the transformation which took into the society, right, which are the internet transformation, it backbone for that is optical fiber. And then people realized that, oh, this invention was not a very minor invention, it was a great invention that time, 50 years back. So Cow got a Nobel Prize in 2007 for that. And 50 years people took to realize that. But what this broad bandwidth channel which was given to you did, it actually changed the paradigm of the society. And COVID is the essentially example of that. If the optical fiber backbone was not there, in 2 years of COVID time, the world would have come to standstill. Nothing would have happened. But you see, even because of COVID, things continued almost routine. The colleges continued, the meetings continued, and the businesses continued. Why? Because the communication channel was available to each and every one or every part of the corner. But to the COVID, though it was more like harm which we saw, I see there was a boon in COVID. COVID changed the mindset of the people. Earlier, people used to say, unless you are physically present here, nothing can be done. COVID changed that mindset. They said, no, you need not be there always physically present there. So all the meetings for which half an hour meeting, people used to travel to Delhi and spend whole day there and pay the given amount of fare for going there, that all is gone now. So what this channel did, it actually saved the money for doing the business or doing any other transaction. It also saved the natural resources because now you don't have to fly. So that means our petrol is saved now. So it has an indirect impact on many other activities which are otherwise would have really consumed natural resources there. Telemedicine, right? Again, once you got this channel there, you can do the telepresence everywhere and you can do this kind of aspect. Remote education, which you already said, the work from home. Earlier, people thought for doing home, you should be always in the office. Now, after this new thing happened, people think no, work can be done better when you are at home. You can take care of your children. You can respond to your bhai also who is doing work. You can do all kinds of things, and you can still do the work without affecting it at all. So what happened? It changed the mindset, and this mindset is something which is going to sustain because once you are get used to it, you see there are very good points in it now. The traditional model which was there for doing business or the work, that model was something half the people never liked. Now people think that no, you can do a lot of good things here under this model there. And smart transportation systems and all these things which are came there. So this technology which I mentioned, the optical fiber technology, which is the most silent technology, and nobody even talks about it as a green, the sustainable technology, that is one of the most sustainable technology you can think of, and which is there. Take some other example of sustainable technology. The light emitting diodes. How much of power saving you are having because of the invention of light emitting diode? The incandescent lamp which used to use in the house, all the bulbs used to be 100 watts. Today, all of them are converted to 4 watts, 5 watts, 6 watts, 7 watts. These are the bulbs which are there. Tons of power is saved because of this technology. Of course, it has some other issues of disposal of semiconductor devices and so on and so on. But at least it has really saved huge amount of power. So LED is another example of really sustainable technology. Online transaction which you are doing today. You see how much energy of individual energy is saved there. I remember the days when for paying electricity bill, you half a day used to go. You go and stand in the counter, there will be always some jugglery there. Right? You have to fight with people because the people are not following queues. And after that, you can pay the bill. Today, you can instantly pay the bill. You are sitting here, half of you are already paying the bills here and there. You can do that. You are listening to the conference, but at the same time, you are doing it. So what it did, this technology, which is the online technology, which India has gone way ahead of it, has really made the life in a very, very comfortable mode. And people have started liking this mode. So it is not technology driven life. People liking it. They say that's the way we want it. And that's once people like it, it becomes sustainable because that's what society wants. It should become sustainable. You take telepresence, which I already mentioned, right, and so on. Precision agriculture, which is now because of the artificial intelligence, which is another technology which is going to come. You are going to have the precision agriculture there. It can tell you precisely what your soil wants. It tells you how much water content you require. Right? All those things you can do along with this technology. So as the time is going to move, these technologies are going to play a significant role right, in the years to come. Circular economy, what we call today, the technology goes into a cycle and you can replenish the natural resources in some sense, or you can recycle the material. That's what something which is going to take the society, which is something. Now, invariably, we think every green technology is a sustainable technology. That's what normally we take it. But that's the way we are told. Imagine a question. Suppose you take EVs. Is EV a sustainable technology? So sustainability is a feature of particular product. Sustainability is a system. It is not only product. The product integrated with the society, that is sustainability. So when we talk about EV, you got electric thing here, but where is the power getting generated now? Where else? Is that sustainable? Maybe yes, maybe no. So what you did, you transferred the essentially non-sustainability from here to some other location. And you say electric cars are more sustainable. Yes, it is saving power, but power is taken from somewhere else. So this technology is a green technology. Is sustainable technology? You have to ask a question. It's not very clear whether this is really sustainable technology. The EVs, batteries, and all those, you have to dispose them off. What is the life of the batteries? Huge. Disposing of batteries is not a very easy task. So anything which is looking green, like EVs, the sustainability, you have to question, you have to probe whether this is really going to be sustainable. You take the solar PVs. Everybody talks about solar PV. India has done fantastic on solar PV. How you are going to dispose of the solar panels is a big challenge which is going to be there. We talked about the biofuels, which is a green technology. Everybody talks about it. But biofuels means you are having the biological products which you are going to convert into ethanol. Same land on which you could have grown the food, now you are creating biofuels. There is a clash. That means now the thing which you have gone for the food production is now going for the petrol generation. Is it sustainable? It's a green technology. It gives you the only exhaust, it gives you only water and other oxygen or something like that. But is it sustainable? I think further question need to be asked. On the same category, when I mention optical fiber, all these parameters, the optical fiber stands. Yes, it is sustainable. It is going to remain sustainable, right? And that's why this technology is a very great technology. So India, just few minutes. So India is going to face the sustainability challenges. There are many aspects, and why we have to worry about India and why we talk about India, because 15% of the world population lives in India. Secondly, the 80% of the population of the world is below India, and 20% population is above India. So whatever India does, it becomes a role model for the 80% population of the world. So we are in a very privileged position. We should not be following the 20% people there. We should become a role model for 80% people in the world. Right? That's what we can contribute. So stop working for 20% people of the world. Start working for 80% people of the world. Become a role model, and then that will become more sustainable. So India has challenges like large population, of course, the huge population we have, limited resources. Or if you take the population to land area ratio, the United States has a ratio 10 times more than India, where the population is almost one third and land area is almost 3 times. Right? But so within these constraints, essentially we have to create the system which we require. The high climatic vulnerability. India has a very hostile weather conditions and so on. And then diversity and cultural and lingual diversity which we have, which has its own challenges. So when we create sustainability, we have to take everybody together. We cannot say this particular language or particular group is left out. They have to be part of this sustainability. And inclusive development is imperative. So unless everybody has made an integral part of this development, we cannot call this development a sustainable development. So India has an opportunity, right? And some areas India has done fantastic. The world is now following the model. Right? First of all is the energy side. For solar energy, we did very good. And recently I was listening to a talk by Professor Vashi. He was giving in INA annual convention. He said today we are having a surplus power in solar. We can give power to other people, right? So whatever the capacity we wanted to create, we have over created, right? Then what we predicted for 2020 to 2030. So we have done better. The digital public infrastructure. I think India is really a role model for digital infrastructure. Every thela there can take your UPI. You can pay him through mobile phone. Even in USA you can't do it. Even in modern countries you can't do it. So India has done fantastically, right, which is in the direction sustainable realization. So the microgrid, which has created power to the remotest corner of the society, right, and you got the whole integration of the villages and so on and so on. So in addition to the society, technology development, what that means is that focusing on only technology is not going to make something sustainable. You have to integrate the social aspect along with technology to make it sustainable. And that's where the Gandhian principle comes in picture. The Gandhian principle, when you integrate along with technology, that makes it more sustainable. What Mahatma Gandhi said? He said, it is enough for everybody's need, but not for everybody's greed. That's what his one statement is. His second statement, many statements are like life-changing missions. Second statement is, we all are trustees in this world. That means we should not consume something which will deprive other people of that. So we are trustees, means we are not supposed to take anything from this. Sustainability essentially talks about it. So the Gandhian principle, if you follow, the decentralization, the trusteeship, the need for the greed, need over the greed, these are the principles which need to be integrated into your technology design. And once you start doing it, then you will create a society, then you will create a technology which is ideally a surviving technology all over the world. So today, when we talk about sustainability, the future demands of responsible technology, that is our mandate. The sustainability is an innovation with wisdom. It is not only innovation, that is not enough. Sustainability is a necessity, it is not a choice. Today, we cannot say whether I want to go sustainable or not, it's my choice. No, it is not. Because if you go by the choice and if you don't follow sustainability, you will be out of the world, right? You will become obsolete. Not only professionally, your existence wise, you will become obsolete. And sustainability is a global mandate. So it is not only something which should be followed by a group of people, right? A set of people, the certain countries all over the world, people should follow this. That is the mandate everybody follows. Then we have a safe entry into the 22nd century of the millennium. If you don't do that, then the 22nd century, the future is very bleak. So we have to orient ourselves for this, right, and the years to come. And engineering education should orient. It should start imparting the knowledge and the mindset among the young people. And why I'm saying young people, we are in 60s. Next 20, 30 years will be gone. But you will see this time when this sustainability will be your a question of your survival. So you are the people who should be thinking about sustainability and start integrating and start thinking comprehensively about this aspect there. So I wish you very best for your conference. I deliberate on these issues along with your technology products and take a vow, and we are going to make the society which is sustainable society. Thank you very much. All the best to you.
Thank you, sir, for such an enlightening and thought provoking address on the topic of sustainability. Sir has highlighted that engineering is for the betterment of human life, and engineers need to guide the society through technology, and technology guides society. A business centric approach to engineering has caused a strain on the natural resources, and it is high time we think of a sustainable model which relies on the four pillars, that is, quality and technical product, ethics and technology, equitable to the society, and how to preserve the world, that is, the environment. Also, engineers have to ask relevant questions to non engineers who bring in the problem regarding the technology. Is it catering to sustainability? Through this keynote address, we also have been given a fodder of thought. That is, are every product that is created really sustainable? So the main highlight is every product should be integrated with the society and it should be sustainable in the society. We'll move. I now request Dr. S.M. Code to present Dr. R.K. Shivgankar with a memento. Let's have a huge round of applause. I request Sir to kindly present Dr. Shashikant Patil, also with a memento. We also present Dr. Sameer Naniwadekar with a memento. Let's have a huge round of applause. To give the vote of thanks, I now call upon our ICNT 2026 Chair, Dr. Mini Rajiv. Ma'am has been associated with Father C. Rodrigues Institute of Technology, Vashi, for the last 30 years and has supported the Institute through a dynamic personality, visionary work, and relentless efforts, both on and off the Institute premises. I'll invite Ma'am for delivering the vote of thanks.
Good morning to one unknown person here. When you look at Taj Mahal, we all admire the architectural beauty of Taj Mahal. Some of us think about the hard work of thousands and thousands of workers behind or who built that monument. So today, this event is built by many invisible hands. And at the outset, I wish to thank the architects and builders of ICND 2026. Before doing that, I must acknowledge the visionary support that we received. I, on behalf of the organizing committee of ICND 2026, convey deep regards and heartfelt thanks to the Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis, Honorable Minister, Higher and Technical Education, Mr. Chandrakant Patil, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Ravindra D. Kulkarni, University of Mumbai, for congratulating us and sending us inspiring messages. Apart from his exceptional expertise in the academic domain, our chief guest, Shavganga sir, is a highly admired teacher, an inventor, and a visionary. Students say that his teaching has left a lasting impression on them, making even the most complex concepts easy to understand and visualize. I extend a hearty vote of thanks to you, sir, for sharing your valuable presence with us and delivering a wonderful keynote address on sustainable technologies, which is the theme of the conference. I am thankful to today's guest of honor, Shashikant Patil, sir, for kindly accepting our invitation to be with us and for addressing the participants. When we encountered unexpected challenges in organizing this conference, sir's timely guidance and support helped us overcome them successfully. I am grateful to Sameer Nanevadikar sir for readily agreeing to grace this occasion with his presence. My big thanks to the management, Reverend Father Peter, Reverend Father Sebi, for encouraging us and providing us with all logistic support towards organizing this conference. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our principal, Oth sir, for constantly inspiring us to excel, guiding us throughout, and entrusting me with the responsibility of conference chair. I take this opportunity to thank IEEE Maharashtra Section, Industrial Application Society, and IEI for giving us the technical co-sponsorship. This is the sixth time we are getting technical co-sponsorship from IEEE and third time from Industrial Application Society. I am grateful to NEC Infratech Private Limited, ELCA Laboratories, Fronius India Private Limited, Indian Institute of Welding, Board of Research in Nuclear Sciences, Design Tech, Mathswork Authorized Reseller, Campus Credentials, and British Institute for their financial support. I will be failing in my duty if I don't thank the reviewers of all tracks for providing their valuable feedback. That has definitely helped in the improvement of quality of papers and posters to be presented in the conference. Thanks to all session chairs for agreeing to chair the sessions and to the judges of the poster presentation. Working with my co-chair, Dr. Pranali Chaudhary, has been both professionally fulfilling and personally meaningful, and I deeply value the friendship that we share. Thanks are due to the members of the advisory committee, Dr. Milind Shah, Dr. Sushil Thale, Dr. Bindu S., Dr. Nilej Deshmukh for their guidance and wholehearted support. Special thanks to Dr. Nilej for playing a key role in initiating the financial sponsorship. Thanks are due to all track chairs, Dr. Kritika, Dr. Aklim, Dr. Megha, Dr. Bindu R., Dr. Shubhangi, and Dr. Christu for their efforts in preparing for the smooth conduct of the upcoming sessions. An event of this dimension requires careful planning and execution, and the key to any such event is a motivated and dedicated team. We are fortunate to have such a wonderful team with us, includes teaching and non-teaching staff members. The dedicated team is led by Dr. Krishnan and Dr. Chaya, financial sponsorship and exhibits, Dr. Smita Dange and Dr. Prasad Kulkarni, technical program and website development, Dr. Archana and Dr. Vishal, IEEE correspondence and publication, Dr. Jyoti and Dr. Dhananjay, publicity, Dr. Preeta and Dr. Mini Kane, registration and certificate, Dr. Prasad Bari and Dr. Vaishali B, food and accommodation, Professor Audrey and Dr. Snehal, venue, Dr. Sanjay Rukande and Mr. Kamlesh, online platform arrangement, Professor Suvarna, handling accounts, Dr. Trupti, media coverage, and Professor Lakshmi for poster presentation. Thank you all for the excellent dedication and coordination. Our students are the backbone of each and every event happening at our institute. My special thanks to all student volunteers for their willingness to volunteer, their dedication, and timely help. Our conference website is also designed by our students under the guidance of Dr. Smita Dangi. My heartfelt thanks to Mr. Shashikant for his overall support, Mr. Santosh for always being our reliable problem solver and source of support, Ms. Shalini for being proactive and helpful throughout, and our housekeeping staff for their cooperation. I express my sincere gratitude to R.K. Jain sir, delegate from BRC, for taking time off their schedule to attend this function. Thanks are due to Dr. Ellen Singh sir for his valuable presence. A special word of thanks to Professor Charlene for being the master of ceremony today. I am grateful to Paliga Prashasan for doing the YouTube live streaming of this event. I would like to acknowledge the efforts of all those who helped directly and indirectly to make this event happen. I thank all the participants who will be presenting papers and posters both online and offline and wish them all success. I am confident that ICND 2026 will be a valuable and enriching platform for all of us. Thank you once again.
With this, we come to the conclusion of the inaugural function of ICNT 2026. Before we disperse, there are a few important announcements. All participants are requested to kindly join the technical session on time as per the venue mentioned in the schedule. Participants are requested to ensure that their ID cards are worn at all times during the conference. Kindly know the food coupons for both days have been provided in the registration kit. Recent participants joined us as well as online through the streaming. Your gracious presence and valuable contributions have made this inauguration meaningful and memorable. We wish you all a productive and enriching conference ahead and wishing you all a very good day. Thank you.